And what I find fascinating about the history of Christmas, whether pagan, Christian, or secular, is the wonder that unites these festivals. Whether it's the pagan personification of natural forces with the gods, celebrating the role that spiritual beings play in the world, or the mythical figure of Santa Claus raining down presents from above in the sky, at Christmas we all seem drawn to celebrate the victory of the dawn over the dark. It's as though something deep within us wants to believe that there could be something more than just the monotonous drudgery of a closed materialistic universe. We want to believe in the magic of Christmas. But why? Every year it seems our world gets draped in decorations for Christmas. And every year we face something of an awkward tension. What exactly are we celebrating? Is Christmas pagan, Christian, or secular? Now, around December every year, you'll hear rumblings in the media that long before Coca-Cola swapped out a Christian holy day for a secular holiday, that Christians were the ones who stole Christmas, transposing the nativity scene onto December 25 in order to plaster over a pagan festival. The usual claim goes something like this: that as paganism waned and as Christianity was on the ascendancy in the 4th century AD, that Emperor Constantine simply co-opted an already existing pagan holiday, whether Saturnalia or the Sol Invictus festival, and in their place baptized December 25 as Jesus' birthday. So did Christians steal Christmas, or is history a little more complex? Well, December 25 in the Roman Empire, it marked the winter solstice, at least according to the Julian calendar. Saturnalia, this week-long wild festival celebrating the god of agriculture, that finished days before December 25, so no problems there. Where things do get tricky, though, is that the Sol Invictus festival, celebrating the birth of the unconquered sun, that is linked to December 25. But the Sol Invictus cult was only successfully established by Emperor Aurelian around 274 AD, and the first surviving record we have of the festival, that comes from a calendar in 354 AD, some 80 years later. By contrast, though, it seems that Christmas has an earlier provenance. Whilst our earlier sources for the first Noel, the Gospel according to Matthew and the Gospel according to Luke, they mention no details from which we can ascertain Jesus' actual birthday. Still, Christian thinkers Hippolytus and Julius Africanus had begun to associate Jesus' birth with December 25 from as early as the 200s AD. And it seems that the church in Rome was officially celebrating Christmas by 336 AD. So Christians may have stolen the date from the pagans, or the pagans might have tried to ride the coattails of Jesus' rising popularity as the Son of God, and in his place worshipping the sun god. But either way, we don't really know who claimed the date first. We don't know who stole Christmas. Which is why I don't get finicky with the re-secularization of Christmas today. Sure, the rampant materialism that neglects the poor, the wasteful commercialization to the detriment of the planet, and the gluttony that tends to harm all of our bodies, all of these are surely a blight on the spirit of Christmas. But people are free to choose which story they inhabit. No one has monopoly on December 25. And for Christians, the date should be largely irrelevant. There may be a 1 in 365 chance that December 25 really was Jesus' birthday, but there is a reason why the Gospels don't hone in on that detail to spell it out. Why? Because when we celebrate doesn't matter. The date, it's just a container. But what we celebrate, the contents of Christmas, that is what really matters. And what I find fascinating about the history of Christmas, whether pagan, Christian, or secular, is the wonder that unites these festivals. Whether it's the pagan personification of natural forces with the gods, celebrating the role that spiritual beings play in the world, or the mythical figure of Santa Claus raining down presents from above in the sky, at Christmas we all seem drawn to celebrate the victory of the dawn over the dark. It's as though something deep within us wants to believe that there could be something more than just the monotonous drudgery of a closed materialistic universe. We want to believe in the magic of Christmas. But why? You see, well, setting aside the truth question of whether the Christmas story is hoax or history, which is something for another video, I want you to imagine for the moment that the Christian story, it really did happen. The virgin conception, the Bethlehem birth, the angels to the shepherds, the baby in a manger. What would all of that mean for you? Because according to the Christian story, Jesus is heaven's answer to the deepest questions of life. As we are asking what life is all about, Jesus' supernatural arrival into our material universe is what illuminates that there is meaning inherent to our cosmos. It re-enchants an otherwise nihilistic existence. As we are asking whether God is even real, the first Noel, sung by the angels, announces God's first steps onto the stage of planet Earth, having written himself into the human drama by becoming one of us in Jesus. As we are asking whether God cares about us in a world full of suffering, the first cries of God incarnate give voice to heaven's answer, as God comes to be with us in our pain, Emmanuel. And as we are asking, what is God really like? The humility of the nativity scene, where Jesus slept in a feeding trough having been born to peasant parents, that shatters any egotistical stereotypes we have of God. As we're asking whether there is any hope for a world gone wrong, the coming of the light of the world, the dawn of the eternal Son, that breeds hope that heaven is coming to make all things new. So forget bland historical arguments about the date or who was first. Don't get caught up on which traditions today have the right origin story. Instead, this Christmas, why not take the time to look into Jesus with fresh eyes and see whether in the contents of the Christian story, this baby swaddled in a dusty manger, you find the answers you've been searching for to life's deepest questions.
Dan here from Questioning Christianity. Thanks so much for checking us out. We are all about helping you connect the Christian story to life's deepest questions. So if you're enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe and click the bell on YouTube, and then go ahead and follow us on socials.